Hey guys, what's up? It's Jonathan with One Big Impact. Today's video is actually going to be for you vegan awesome people out there. And Camellia, I told you I was going to make you some videos for you to share on your page. You're awesome, and I hope I pronounced your name right. But anyway, you're great, and I appreciate your super amazing positive attitude all the time. You're a little yoga instructor in the UAE, so keep up the good work. I will say, the 5 low-carb fruits that I'm going to cover today are not necessarily probably going to be your favorite, but what a lot of people are struggling with is they get on the vegan diet, which is no meat and no dairy, no cheese and stuff like that, and they realize that, and I'm not saying all of you, like some of you lose tons of weight, and that's friggin' awesome, and that's great, but for some of you, if you have that low carb or that low carb tolerance, so you need a low amount of carbs or low amount of sugar to be able to lose weight in your diet plan, then this is definitely going to help you, because like bananas and stuff like that are extremely high in carbs and sugar and stuff like that. And I'm not saying they're bad for you, they're definitely not, but if you have a very low tolerance for carbohydrates and your threshold is pretty low, then this is definitely going to help you. So without further ado, let's talk about the 5 things. So the first one is going to be, and these are all net carbs, just so you know, and I don't know if anybody knows what net carbs are. With whole foods, you're not going to talk about sugar, alcohols, or anything. It's going to be real simple. You're going to have carbs versus fiber. So if you have 10 carbs and you have 5 fiber, you have 5 net carbs. That's it. That's all your body's going to absorb. You're going to crap out the rest. Moving on. 3 tablespoons of shredded coconut is going to be 2 grams of net carbs. And you would better measure that, because a lot of people don't realize, and it's probably just like a small little handful of shredded coconut. So not a ton, but definitely not a good amount to like put on top of something as a topping or just eat as a little side snack. So remember that. Number 2 is going to be 1 cup of blackberries. Now be careful, there's a lot of berries out there that might look black and stuff like that. Just read what you're buying. That's going to be 6 grams of net carbs per serving, or per cup. So number 3 is going to be apricots. And for the record, I don't eat fruit currently, just so you know. Just because I do have a super low tolerance for sugar and carbohydrates, so I have to keep it out of my diet currently. Although I do the research, I know what the values are, so that's why I'm sharing this information with you. The apricot is, just 1 apricot is 3.2 carbs, net carbs, which is actually pretty good. And don't get me wrong, by the way, I love fruit. I love fruit. I like vegetables more, but to each their own. Number 4 is 1 cup of raspberries is 7 carbs. These last 2 are a little bit high, but I know some of you actually like your carbs, or like your sugar, or like your fruits. So I wanted to add in a couple a little bit higher ones. So 1 cup of raspberries is 7 grams of carbs. Number 5 is 1 cup of strawberries. Now it's a really high amount when you look it up as far as total carbs, something like 30 or 40 or whatever, but it has a lot of fiber too that you take away, so remember that. And that's going to be 8 grams of net carbs. A lot of you, if you're going to work on like a super low carb diet or something like that, or Atkins or whatever, minus the meat products or dairy products, I think that's perfectly fine. But if you're doing that, you got to remember, you're going to have to go super, you're going to have to do like the coconut, maybe like an apricot and stuff like that. You're going to have a pretty limited way of eating if you're only doing fruits. I recommend personally a small amount of fruits and a larger amount of vegetables. And then whatever you're using for like protein or whatever, add that in too. But because fruits are obviously going to be way higher because of the sugar content and everything, they're going to be way higher in carbs rather than vegetables. And that doesn't go for each one. Some vegetables are higher than some fruits, of course, because there is high carbohydrate vegetables as well as low carbohydrate fruits. So pay attention to that. Not all vegetables and fruit are created equally. That's why I'm making this video, to kind of give you some tips. But do that. Make sure that you're not going over that threshold. If you're just wanting to cut back on your carbs and you're not necessarily like looking to lose tons of weight or whatever, you want to lose 5 pounds, I guarantee you if you use these tips off these 2 videos that I made for vegans, you're definitely going to see results. Because if you're eating bananas like 24/7, you're gonna get stopped up, you're gonna get full of crap, and you probably need some vegetables that are super low in carbs or whatever to be able to get all that fiber inside your body and just flush all that out. You are going to get, if you're on a vegan diet, you probably already have a pretty regular system because fruits and vegetables always keep you crapping a lot, which is good, but you also have to be careful of the carbohydrates and sugar. That being said, you guys, this is Jonathan with One Big Impact. Please let me know how I'm doing. If you have anything you want me to cover, please let me know. Ideas for videos. Also, in the link below, I'll put our, or in the comment section below, in the description below, I can't talk today, in the description below I'll put a link to my blog, as well as our Facebook group is called Healthy Living for a Healthy Life. Come check us out, we have an amazing family there. And if you're vegan, please be polite to the non-vegans, because we're just a big happy family trying to lose weight, feel great, and be able to support each other mentally, physically, and do as much as we can for each other through life struggles and stuff like that. So again, this is Jonathan with One Big Impact. Thank you guys for all your support, and have a beautiful day, and remember to spread love, not hate. Peace.